Hello, William here. How's it going? Well, if you've been watching the channel recently, you would have seen me being a very silly wolf at times and doing some very silly wolfy things. And I'd like to tell you about some of the silly wolfy things I've done in the past as well, and why perhaps I should be doing some less silly wolfy things in the future. But yeah, apart from howling at stuff and being a good boy, I've done some very silly things. And one of the silliest things I did was make the video about going to walk around Supernova Brisbane dressed as William. And the reason I was being silly is because I was there by myself. Yes, look, I had friends in the building, there were other people I knew there, but I spent half an hour walking around Supernova Brisbane completely alone. Yeah, no handler, no support crew, just me, a wolf costume, a large bag on my back, and a camera. And that's silly. That's silly because realistically, being honest with you, that's actually it's even quite dangerous. If I say it's dangerous. So yeah, what I was going to do next time, I'm going to try and do it in the future, is get a handler. Handlers are probably the unsung heroes of this fandom. We don't hear much about fursuit handlers, but they really do perform some essential functions. And one of the main functions of having a handler is your personal safety. Again, if you've been around my channel for a while, you'll have seen me trying to fall over things, occasionally succeeding, occasionally almost succeeding. And it's a real hazard when you are walking around in one of these suits. You go back and look at the last video, you can get to look out of my eyes and see how much you can or cannot see. And the answer is you can't see an awful lot. Add a bit of darkness to the mix, add some uneven surfaces, add members of the general public floating around, some of whom are riding bicycles or on e-scooters, and you've got a bit of potential for disaster there all the time. So this is one of the reasons I would recommend, when you're starting out public suiting, definitely go to the fur meets first. The fur meets have got the great advantage of, there's other suitors there with you who can help you, but even more so, there's volunteers, non-suited handlers who will be with you when you're walking around and will prevent you from falling over something and doing some damage to your wolfy or deery dragony self or whatever sort of self you have. So I think that's an important point. That's the point I wanted to really make in this short video. Yep, don't be a hero. Don't be a hero. Get yourself a handler, and if you're going to go suiting in public, a handler is an essential part of your wolfy support crew. Your wolfy support crew. If you're in a convention space where there's people everywhere and volunteers everywhere, you're probably not in as much danger. Same with somewhere like Supernova. You're not going to run into too many hostile wildlife in that environment. But there's plenty of things you can collide with, bins, other people, steps. You just never know what's going to happen. So yeah, you look after your wolf yourself. This is William, just having a quick shout out to the handlers out there. Thank you for your support and your help. And yeah, we will continue doing some public suiting, but hopefully with somebody in support this time. So if I do have a nasty wolfy accident, then I'm not going to get myself in too much difficulties and there'll be someone there to help me. All right, I think that's all I've got to say today. Yeah, you stay safe, have a good wolfy day, and yeah, we'll see you on the next video, whatever we choose to do. Bye.